literally everything I have ever wanted has came true. Like, I genuinely manifested my whole life. And if I can do it, you can do it too. Hey guys, it's Jenny. Welcome back to my channel. Make sure to like, subscribe for more content. Today we were talking about literally manifesting, and I used to be like so obsessed with this shit. Like, honestly, I'm like a firm hardcore believer, and I used to go crazy with the delusional thinking. It slowed down and my manifestations has slowed down, but as soon as I get back into it, it's like, I don't know, I just get so excited, and I get so excited talking about it because it hypes me up, and I want to hype you up. I want to tell you my success story so that way you genuinely believe it. Like, we can manifest all our dreams together. I was manifesting as a kid, like when I was little, and I didn't even know what it was at the time, but that's when it all started. So we're literally just gonna jump onto story number one. I manifested the biggest thing in my life when I was younger. I don't know, I was in 8th grade, so I was probably around like 14 or 15, somewhere around there, and this is like my first memory of something genuinely coming true, and then it kind of eventually just like opened my mind to everything. But let me jump onto the story. So you guys know that I'm like a huge K-pop fan. Like, I absolutely love K-pop, and of course my favorite group ever is a group called TXT. So I have never been to a concert before. I had never traveled anywhere. I live in a very small town and pretty much broke, okay? Like, I had no money. I was like a 15-year-old working at United Supermarket. I don't even know if I had a job at that time. The TXT was in 2019. They literally just dropped their first album, and they announced their first ever world tour. So this was like right before COVID and all that. And I was like, oh my gosh, I have to go to their show. Like, I was so obsessed with them. I love them so much, and I still love them. But I knew that they were going to be my first ever concert, and I knew that I was going to see them no matter what. And I wanted to see them so bad, and I remember just like getting so hyped at the fact that they were coming to a town, like, I'll just say kind of the general area. They were coming to Dallas. I'm not from Dallas, but that's where they were coming, and I knew it was close enough somebody could drive me there, because I obviously couldn't drive at the time. I needed to go to the show, so I started like scripting it in my head how this was gonna happen. I was telling friends at school, I was like, oh my gosh, TXT's coming, like, I'm gonna go see them. They're like, whoa, you got tickets? And I was like, technically no, but I'm still gonna go see them. Like, if there's a will, there's a way. And I remember the day before I actually got tickets, I was praying to a tree. It's so random and so weird, and kids are stupid, but it worked. I was running around outside, and I was like, oh my god, TXT's coming, I'm going to see them, I'm going to see them. And then all my friends, all my little K-pop friends, we gathered around us a circle and like got on our hands, our knees, started praying to a tree, and we were like, I'm getting tickets, she's gonna go see TXT, Jenny's gonna get to go see them. And like, it was just like this whole thing. And then that night, no, it was the next day, me and a different set of friends, it's actually my family, so not my school friends, but my family, my nieces, who are all around the same age as me, we were walking like to the mall. I don't know why we were walking. We were dumb, and you know, we're not safe, but we were walking. The mall's far away from my house, but we were walking to the mall, and we were just talking about it, like, oh, I want to see them so bad, you know, like, they're my favorite group. And in that moment, my brother called us, getting onto us for walking. He was like, you know, you're not supposed to be walking outside like that, like, you're too little, you know, people are getting kidnapped left and right, you get back home. And I knew in that moment he was like bullshitting. Like, I knew. I was like, oh my gosh, he's about to surprise us with concert tickets. And I know that's kind of delusional thinking, fucking it literally happened. I remember we were talking about this like all day, every day. It's all I talked about. I was like, oh, I'm gonna go see them, I'm gonna go see them, to my family, to my friends, everyone. And so that day we were walking back from the mall when we got the call, and I looked at my friends or my nieces, and I was like, we're about to go see a TX, like, we're about to get like a gift. And I could just feel it, and like everything aligned, and I had so much faith and so much confidence that we weren't actually in trouble. And so we got home, I literally got home, and I pulled out my phone camera because I knew he was about to surprise us. There was no hint, no sign that they were going to buy tickets for us, but I could literally just feel it. Sure enough, I mean, I was really ugly back then, but I'll show you the clip. I have the clip of me jumping up and down and screaming like, oh my god, I gotta see them! They surprised us with tickets, and like, I remember too, before we got the tickets, me and my family, my nieces, were making plans. We were literally drawing on a whiteboard, like, this is how we'll get there, because none of us could drive because we're all very little, right? Walk there, we can hitchhike. We were literally mapping out a plan to get there that morning. And then that night we got surprised with tickets, and they drove us there, you know. We got a kind of crappy hotel, but it didn't matter because everything was so perfect. That was my first concert. I got to see my idols. After that, I truly believe that if I say something, like, I'm gonna get it. Like, that's set in stone. And ever since then, like, if I want something, it's mine. And I say this because I want to hype you up, because like everything is connected, you know, like everything, energy and your energy. Think about it like this: the energy you put out is what you're gonna receive. So if I sat there telling myself like, oh man, I'm never gonna see them because I'm a broke 15-year-old, like, we don't have good cars, we're not gonna get to drive all the way to Dallas, tickets are already on sale, they're gonna sell out, it's gonna be too expensive, can't do anything about it. If I would have sat there and told myself that, then I wouldn't have gone, because I would have given up. But since I was like so excited and put that energy, and I literally told people I was going before I even had tickets, it just worked out. Come on, like, that's just crazy to me. So that's what I'm saying, like, manifesting really works if you put in the energy, if you get excited about it, if you tell yourself. I don't think it's delusional thinking. People will call you delusional, but in the end you always get to what you want. So really, is it delusional? Because like this apartment was manifested, but I will get into that story later on. I want to give more stories, because the whole thing I was manifesting at the time was only concerts, because that's like all I cared about at the time. That's all I wanted. That's what brought me joy. So I remember, like, after that, BTS, I manifested some other concerts. Like, again, I was very broke, but somehow I always managed to scrap up money. Like, I turned 16 and I started working at Sonic, and I was making like $8 an hour car hopping. Like, I really didn't have money, but somehow I always had money for concerts, because I remember NCT 127, they were coming to Chicago, and I live really far away from Chicago, but I had enough money. I randomly literally just looked at my bank account and something was like overdraft, and so I got money back, like a huge lump sum of money back, and I just had enough to buy me, my dad, and one of my nieces plane tickets to Chicago, so that way, you know, we had a guardian technically, but we could still go, and I had enough. And so I bought plane tickets to Chicago, I bought tickets to NCT, and we were gonna go, and it's gonna be great. But then freaking COVID happened, and you know, there are some things still out of our control, but the fact is, I technically manifested the money. That's what I was manifesting. I wasn't actually manifesting getting the concert tickets, because I already believed I had that, so I needed the money to get there. That's what I was bringing in, and I brought that. I had enough money for plane tickets, for tickets, hotels. I literally bought everything. And then COVID happened, so obviously the concert was canceled, so we didn't get to go, but I still had that money sitting there. And the plane tickets, so how plane points work is that you don't get a refund on your what you pay for plane tickets, so it goes into points. I had 2 years to use that points because of COVID. They extended my time. After COVID came, TXT came back on tour, and I knew I'm telling you guys, I love these guys so much, and I care about them more than I care about any other group. So if I had to pick between the two, I'd rather see TXT than NCT. That's just how I work. However, at this point in time, we did not have a car to get to Dallas. This was literally this year. This was in 2023, I believe. It was either in 2022, end of 2022, beginning of 2023, somewhere around that time. I can't fully remember, but I remember knowing, like, at this point, I was no longer working at Sonic. I moved to Hot Topic, but they were like not paying me or something. They were like clocking me out because my work and my pay was not adding up. Basically, your girl's broke again. But I remember, like, holy crap, I still have plane ticket points, so I could get a free plane ride to and from Dallas for me, my mom, and my dad, because at this time my niece could no longer go. I remember running up to my dad and I was like, I want to go see TXT. If I get everything, can we go? And he was like, yes. And so I had to manifest everything. The universe knows what's good for you. Your higher power or God or whatever you believe in knows what's good for you, and it knows what's going to make you happier, and it knows what's best in your life. And so I truly believe that's why I didn't go to Chicago, because it knew TXT was going to come back, and the universe knew I needed to go see them more than I needed to go to NCT. So I just trusted that, and that's why whenever I didn't get to go to Chicago, I wasn't upset about it, because I trusted that, you know, at a later point in time, I can use this plane for something else. Something else will come along, another thing that will get hyped and excited for. I still needed money for concert tickets, and I literally don't know how this money got here. Like, I cannot tell you. It just showed up. Like, I literally just was working, obviously at like a sucky job. I was getting paid like $200 every 2 weeks. It was not good pay. I somehow had enough money. This was when tickets already sold out. It was resale tickets. There were only a few seats left, and I remember I had two options. I could either get to the front of the stage, the very front of the stage, for like $700 or something, or I could sit in the middle section, not be in the pit, because the pit kind of sucks of concerts, not gonna lie. It was around the same price, and I literally had just enough money for one of the two seats. Hi. Hey, I'm editing this video and I realized I forgot to mention something super important. I was using Ticketmaster to buy resale tickets. Ticketmaster now does service fees charge whenever I was buying these tickets, and so from it being $700, it came out to way more than $1,000. And I was like, I do not have enough money for that. This is like literally crazy because you know there are so many scam websites out there to resell tickets. I was like looking for the cheapest options because I wanted to see them. I remember going to this place called TickPick, and I've never heard of them before. They randomly just showed up on my feed like on an Instagram notification with TXT on it, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna buy them from there. Literally, it saved me $400 to $500. This is not sponsored. This is not an ad, but they literally saved me like $500 by using TickPick, and I found it the day I was looking for tickets, and I was like, what the hell, like, I've never heard of this app before, and it just showed up on a notification as I was looking for tickets. So yeah, probably somebody spying on me through my phone, but I also think it was cool. Like, I saved myself money by manifesting it. And I was thinking like, what should I do? What should I do? And so I just took a breath and I was like, wherever I sit, it's gonna be great. So I ended up taking the seats far back, which is actually crazy because, you know, most people want to be up close to their artist. I had been manifesting. His name's Subin. I literally love him, okay? I've been manifesting, like, high five him, like just have an up close personal experience with these people because like I literally love them so much, right? They're my idols, they're my icons. I look up to them, and that's what everybody wants. So I always wanted high touch concert tickets, but those are just like outrageously expensive, and I think it's dumb and stressful. So I've never got high touch tickets, and I just figured like, you know, that's fine. I'm still gonna enjoy my time. I didn't worry about it. I let go, but I was still manifesting that I would get to have an in-close personal encounter with them, that they would see me, like they would notice me, and like everyone wants to get noticed by their idols, right? Like I was that type of delusional fan that's like, they're gonna notice me, they're gonna notice me, and I literally genuinely believe that. Like that's all I ever talked about. Me and my friends would get hyped up about it, like, oh, wait till they notice us, you know, like those crazy fans. It's stupid, but it's fun. It's all in good nature, and as long as your manifestations are coming from a genuine place of joy and good nature, it will come true, and there's no reason you can't dream about it. Like, who am I to tell you you can't manifest an idol? Like, literally do it. Anyways, I got the seats further back, so obviously I'm not up close to the stage at all. These boys come running down off their stage right in front of me, like right across my room, and I remember I literally freaked out. I froze. I wanted to live in the moment. I dropped everything. I dropped my phone. It fell on the ground. I dropped my bag. I dropped my light stick. I dropped my little banner. I just dropped it all, and I put my hand out, and he looked at me, and he grabs my hands, and he just looked me in the eyes and shook my hand, probably way faster, but in my head it was like all slow motion because like, oh my god, like I literally love you. And I just remember looking at him and screaming in his face. Got mascara running down. But it's the fact that like I genuinely had that like personal moment, that thing. I wanted a high five. I wanted to touch his hand my entire life since 2019 all the way up to 2023. I would always tell my friends, I'm gonna touch his hand, I'm gonna touch his hand. Like, it's literally crazy. I'm literally crazy for that, but it's okay because it's all innocent and just fun, you know? And I just remember like being the delusional crazy friend but it actually came true. Like, I literally got to hold his hand. Isn't that just so me? I got to hold my idol's hand. Like, I remember like right after that exchange, I grabbed my phone and I was they didn't even know I went to this concert. Like, I just left to Dallas one day and I was spamming my friends and I was like, I touched his hand, like I touched his hand, and they're like, girl, what is going on? And then cleared everything up after. But yeah, if I would have gone to NCT, if I would have gone to Chicago, I would have not had the plane tickets to go see TXT. I would have not had leftover money to go see TXT. If I would have sat in up front and closer, I would have not had the opportunity to literally hold my idol's hand. And that's like, everything is so divine. Like, what you want, you will get. And like, this all happened so fast, you know? And it's just crazy to me, like, how did I even do this? Like, and another thing is, we didn't have to buy hotel rooms because my brother actually moved to Dallas that very year, and so we just stayed with them. And so it's crazy. It's like everything just worked out in my favor. It literally all aligned for me because I wanted it to. And like, just get excited about it. Be delusional, play into your delusions, because they won't be delusions for long. Now we're getting into more like relationship manifesting. This is a little personal, but I'm gonna, just for the sake of the story, I'm gonna get personal with you. I had this guy, like, I literally was obsessed with him, and he's my boyfriend. I literally love him, right? I'm so obsessed with him. I was crazy back then. Like, I was literally a crazy girl. I was 17, 18, I don't know. I'm almost 20 now, but I just remember like being so obsessed with this guy. We took a break. It wasn't a break. It was a whole ordeal, but we broke up. I was devastated. Like, I was so sad. I was distraught, but I was like, no. We're not gonna be chasing a man. Absolutely not. No. He's not gonna have the power over us. He's not gonna have the power over our emotions. And so I literally just grounded myself. I took everything back. Obviously, I still wanted him in my life because girl is crazy obsessed. I didn't want to feel so negative. I didn't want to be angry. I didn't want to be sad. I didn't want to be heartbroken and just gross. I didn't want to miss him. I didn't want to want him. I didn't want to be the one chasing him. I wanted him to chase me. I wanted him to be obsessed with me. I wanted him to apologize. I wanted him to text me first. I wanted him to reach back and come into my life. And so that's what happened. And literally, what I did, this is so crazy. I sound so crazy, but it's okay. All good nature, right? Because we're doing strong now. We were young and dumb, but it's okay. I had a cat. His name was Benny, and I loved Benny. And I would literally just sit on my yoga mat and turn off all the lights and the candle, and I would literally just like pray to Benny. What is my obsession with trees and cats and praying to random objects? I would tell Benny, I was like, he's gonna text me. And then the reason it's silly, I was having fun with it because it made me laugh. I wasn't taking it seriously, because that's how situations work for me. That's how my manifestations come true. If I'm laughing and I'm having fun, like I said, hyping around a tree, walking in a circle, praying to a tree, I manifested that way because it was fun for me, because it makes me laugh, it makes me smile. The universe can feel that energy and it will praise you for that. It will reward you for being happy. And so that's why I'm literally doing yoga with Benny, and I'm like, he's gonna text me. He's gonna be mine. And I would kind of obsess over it, and it's okay to obsess over it as long as you're not coming from a negative space, as long as you're not coming from a negative mindset. And so I was literally obsessing over it. I was always thinking, like, he's gonna text me, he's gonna call me, he's gonna reach out, he's missing me, he's thinking about me, he's dreaming about me. Like, I went down the whole list, like, over and saying it over and over and over and thinking about it over and over and over. And then it was literally the same day. We broke up. We've been broken up for like, I don't know, weeks now. Like, no contact, no talking, like absolutely nothing, dead silent, haven't heard from him. I would manifest all this while still working on myself. I realized where I went wrong, the actions I did to cause harm to him and myself, and I realized more value in myself and what I could bring to the relationship to make it better. And that's why when we came back together, we had no problems. Like, I've genuinely grown as a person since this experience, and I trusted that if it's supposed to be, it will be. If he is supposed to be in my life, he will come back in the most purest, honest, joyful, youthful, euphoric way. And if it's not, then he'll never reach out, and that's okay. And I'll be okay with that. But I still wanted him to. Like, I still wanted to be with this guy. And so I was still manifesting him. Literally that night, I went, after my yoga session with Benny, I went and took a shower, because this is so therapeutic for me. I just listened to Taylor Swift or music like that. I turned on the hot water and I just sat in the shower, brought my knees to my chest, my head down, and just let it run over me. And I literally only thought about the music I was listening to. I completely forgot about him. I completely shut everything out. I forgot that, we broke up. I forgot that I was manifesting the text. I forgot that I wanted him to reach out. Like, I genuinely don't know how it happened, because I do not let go of things, but I was able to let go in that moment. Like, I'm so honest, totally forgot that I manifested my whole relationship with this guy coming back. When I got out of the shower, like an hour or two later, I grabbed my phone, a text from him though. Like, he was literally just like, hey, I've been thinking about you. Do you think we could go out and get a coffee tomorrow? And I was like, that like confirmed everything. For like, that was so huge to me. I flipped out, texted all my friends. I was like, oh my god, can I go work? I just remember being so excited and jumping around my room, like literally like a little girl in my hyper pink room, and be like, thank you universe, thank you for providing this for me, for answering my wishes, answering my prayers. I literally have so much joy and excitement. I wish I could share this feeling with everyone. I've never felt like this before. Just take my energy, be happy, everything is okay. Everything's gonna be okay. doing what's best for me. Thank you for making him leave me, because it made me realize I need to get my shit together, and I cannot just walk all over people. I cannot just treat people badly. I cannot expect all this energy from this person. Push more and more and more when they're doing everything they can to love you, because I self-sabotage in relationships. I used to, and so bad. I mean, he was my first relationship, my first experience for everything, so I do forgive myself for actions of the past, but I've learned from them, and it took that to realize I need to get my shit together and I need to change. And then after that, it answered my prayers. I mean, I literally got what I wanted. I got him back. We've been going strong for nearly 3 years now. Nothing's been a problem. Like, we're mature adults now, and it's just crazy. Like, I literally brought him into my life by doing cat yoga, but honestly just believing in it and trusting that whatever you want, as long as it's what's meant to be for you in your life, it will come back. It will come to you. You gotta be happy about it. You gotta accept it. Realize things might not come completely how you planned, but it will come. It will present itself. You can be excited. You don't have to let go like I did. Whatever works for you works for you. But the moment I let go and honestly forgot about it, I said what I want, let it go, and it came to me that very night. Another thing I literally manifested is my house, and I have a video of it from 9 months ago, but I remember saying I want to move out by the end of this year. By the time 2024, I will have my own place. I will not be in the apartment I was living in. We were in this really nice house. My dad lost his job, and so we had to move into a really not so great place, and then that situation was just so bad. I don't want to get full in detail. I don't want it to get too long, but it was just a really bad situation. And I remember there was like bugs all in the house, and just being scared to go to sleep because you never know who's lurking around, like who could just walk in. It was a very drug infested area. It just really wasn't like our front door didn't fully shut. My bedroom door didn't lock properly. My mom was a very, very heavy smoker, as was everyone that lived there. And so there's literally smoking in the house, and it made my allergies super bad. It made like really dark circles. I just felt sick all the time. I was constantly nauseous and like very sick, and we don't have insurance, and so I was never going to doctor's appointments. And I just remember being so depressed there and like feeling trapped, but also still motivated in a sense for a while. You know, I kind of given up on things, but then I got back into it. Then I got back on telling myself, you know, I'm gonna make it, I'm gonna do this, going back into the manifestation stage. I'm literally so powerful, and I can do anything I want. When I made that video, I had a couple $100s in my bank account. By 2024, I will have my own place. I will no longer be living in my parents' house. I will no longer be living in fear. I'll be allowed to walk around whenever, wherever, without being afraid of what could happen to me. I won't be sick anymore. I will have $10,000 in my bank account by the time I'm ready to leave. That literally all came, like every single thing to a T, it came true. It did not come in the way I expected it to. It came early though. Same year, I got everything I said that I wanted, only a few months later. It came in a very bizarre way. Everything flooded. We've been in a drought here for so long, and everything flooded. It rained so much. My house was underwater, and I'm not saying this is good, and my heart goes out to the people that couldn't leave that situation, but it pushed me out. I'm not saying I manifested the flood, but it pushed me out of that place. Like, it made me leave. I got out of that because disastrous situation that happened, yes, but in a way it guided me on the path where I was supposed to go. So I left like that morning, because it was like a flash flood overnight. And I just remember being up all night, sitting on the couch with my cats, like just looking out until all our furniture, everything, and I laughed. Me and my dad, we stayed up all night laughing, making fun of it, just having a good time talking about it. We didn't stress. Like, obviously it's devastating, but we didn't stress because we realized, you know, maybe this was supposed to happen. Like, that's literally what I thought in that moment. The next day, we had to rehome all of our animals except for a cat and a dog. They got safe homes, and then my parents moved into a hotel for a month. I went to go stay with my boyfriend and his family, and literally just from like, well, I don't even know how long, 5 months of saving, I got this very year, I got monetized on YouTube. I got lots of Patreon subscribers. I was able to quit my day job because of it. Flood happened, so I'm staying with my boyfriend, and I look at my bank account, $10,000 sitting in there. Because I didn't even realize like how good I was at saving. I just lost the urge to buy useless things. I do love shopping and stuff, but I got the mentality where like stuff is just stuff. And so I was able to save fairly quickly for my situation. And I just remember looking at that money, and I was like, I can get an apartment. Like, I can literally leave. What's stopping me from going? Like, I don't have to move into a hotel or wherever my parents are going. Like, I can go somewhere on my own. So I stayed with my boyfriend for an entire month. It was literally exactly 1 month. I needed to get, you know, approved and applications and all that stuff. The first apartment I looked at is the one I'm in right now. I saw it and I fell in love, and I absolutely loved it. And so I was like, that's the one I'm getting. This is my first one I've ever applied for. Got it, just like that. Was able to move in within a month. Got all my stuff here. I literally dreamed about this place. I just told myself over and over, I'm gonna be out, I'm gonna be out, I'm gonna be out. And now I'm out. I'm literally here. And it's just crazy. I manifested the money to get here. I low-key manifested the situation to get, like, it pushed me out because I was never gonna leave my parents if I didn't have to. Like, obviously I wanted to leave, but I was waiting until 2024, and I don't know why. I was just waiting, really for no reason. I guess out of fear, not wanting to fully commit to it. But when that flood happened and I was forced to leave, and I was forced, you know, I can either go to my parents' hotel, which they have a place now, but like go to my parents' nasty hotel. I can't stay with my boyfriend forever. I'm literally going to be homeless. I had the money. I just had the money. I looked at it, I was like, oh my gosh, like this is my chance, this is my opportunity. So I took it. I really believe I was able to do it because I believed in it. I believed in myself. I was committed to, you know, content creation, but I was committed to my manifestations. I was committed to hyping up the energy and not feeling afraid. And it just literally all worked out. I trusted that I knew where my path was going, and I trusted it all. And here I am, like on my own, not even 20 yet. It's just crazy to me. And like the fact that I just had enough money, I paid for 6 months of rent in advance because, oh, that's another thing, I needed $6,000 for 6 months of rent and bills and utilities. I remember, like, they wouldn't, since I don't have credit, and since I've never had an apartment before as my first place, they wanted an extra deposit and they wanted 6 months up front, and I literally had exactly that covered, and then left over for bills and groceries. It's the fact that, like, I genuinely had exactly enough for everything, and it's just crazy. And now I'm able to live comfortably because now I can save again, now I can rebuild, and then, you know, when my lease is up, we'll either go somewhere else or pay another full and just keep doing it. And I just want to, like, share these stories with you. They might seem small or insignificant to some of you. It hypes me up to hear stories like this, and so I want to share. I want to hype you up. I want you to believe that you are truly powerful. Like, connect with yourself, ground yourself, stop telling yourself these negative things, because once you get positive, once you get hyped up, once you can make yourself laugh and smile, your manifestations will literally come like that. Like, I've had things where I've, like, manifested within seconds. Like, money is a huge one, because I remember shopping for cute outfits recently, and I remember thinking in the moment, like, oh, I don't know, can I spend like $100 today? Am I gonna have enough for when the lease is up? And then I thought, it's just money. Like, it's literally just energy. It will come back. It will just make itself back. If I buy this, I'll make a video and it will come back. And that's exactly how I think. And I don't mean that in a bragging way, but it's like, I don't attach myself to negative thoughts or things. Like, if I want something, I'm gonna take it. So that's why, like, I just spent it. When I looked at my bank account, I looked at my Patreon account, and all that money was there waiting for me to check out again. And I was like, it's just so stupid to get worked up and overwhelmed about it, because there will always be more. It will always come back to you. Money is in abundance. It's not limited, and everything is in abundance. And so I just think, have that mindset, be grounded. Whatever you want can be yours if you truly believe it. Put in your manifestation work. Think about it before you go to bed, when you wake up. You don't have to let go. You just have to be excited for it and act like you already have it, and it will be yours. It might not come to you exactly how you had planned, but just be open to receiving, and you will receive. And now, like, every day I just manifest for no more anxiety, you know, not being afraid. Just manifest for small things again, like having an abundance mindset. I manifest to be happy and fulfillment within myself, and I work on myself every single day to grow as a person, and that's what gets me whatever I want. Like, I genuinely believe I can have whatever I want. You just gotta say it, and it's yours. And yeah, that's kind of it for the video. Those are a couple stories. I mean, I do have some more stories. If you want another video, we can talk so much about manifesting, because it's literally limitless. Like, whatever you want is yours. And I'm like, genuinely believe that. Get that in your head, queen. You can have whatever you want. There's no reason you can't. Stop telling yourself you can't do it. You can do it. You just gotta believe in yourself, and you gotta believe in your power. You gotta believe in your higher power, whatever you believe in, and just enjoy life. Be happy, be grateful, say what you are grateful for now, and more will come to you. I do is like, oh, thank you for money. Like, oh, thank you for giving me money, universe. Can I have more? And more shows up. Just stuff like that. Thank you for letting me go to a concert. Can I have more? Can I go to more? And then I get to go to more. And it's just like that. And that's exactly what I do. That's what you should do. Let me know what you manifest for in the comments below. I love y'all so, so much. Tell me your stories, your success stories. Hype each other up. I will see you next time. Stay healthy and happy. Stay abundant. Bye.